problem with not playing a Shadowrun character while doing a big crime.
Well, for the most part, the Shadowrun characters are usually built to fail at the crime but succeed in blowing the shit out of everybody else when things go badly.
I want to run like Shadowrun with social manipulation characters at some point.
That's what my character was.
No, what you need to do is there's a great leverage hack for Shadowrun. And it's...
I mean, if I would ever play Shadowrun again, I would use any system but Shadowrun.
But, like, Leverage is the best heist game I've ever played.
Oh, Leverage. Oh, I thought... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and like someone created it, and I've used it a little bit, where you can play Shadowrun, except it actually makes it so mechanically, if you're doing a heist and get in and get out and not be seen, it's interesting. I've also done it with Wilderness of Mirrors, and that's really simple, quick game, but also kind of cool.
Okay.
All right. So last we left, you were going to go, you guys, I think it was it just Roxy and Maxwell?
Yeah.
Going to get their, yeah, that's right, because Art has got, because he was a, not delinquent, drifter.
Yeah.
So you had your own little stack of passports and such, but you went to get your passport's photo taken, and then in comes a police officer, shows you the tape of Roxy being quite upset, and then everybody else, what do you notice? Faces clear as day on the tape that they show you.
How did it say when last session when we looked at the body? How did it look like they died?
Acid attack.
Yeah, around the neck.
Okay. Okay. Does Max want to try their thing first?
Max has a thing, but he needs to go. He needs to get back to our hotel first. So if Roxy could just provide him a split second to get into character, we'll be okay.
Okay, Roxy's basically just gonna go full drama queen and be like, hold on, what's her name? The person who died? I can't remember.
Aubrey.
Don't bring up.
Aubrey.
Like, did he say we murdered her? Because if not, don't bring it up.
No.
You certainly didn't kill her with acid around her neck.
I mean, basically just going to start being... yeah, we didn't burn him. Basically just going to start... Not crying, but be like all sassy and annoyed and being like, oh yeah, I remember Aubrey was... thought she was fucking big bitch enough to decline being a patron for my show. And she's just going to be like totally like flaunty and upset about it and know nothing about the murder. She doesn't say the word murder.
Okay. So he kind of looks at the two of you and goes, all right, you stand up, put your hands behind your back.
So, trying to think, what can we do with this? Like Max kind of looks at Roxy for a second, and he goes, "How do you feel about improv?"
I can sing on the fly.
What's that one you wrote for the policeman's ball?
Fuck the police? No.
It's fuck the police, but it's really hot and sexy. It's fuck the police.
No! Incorrect.
Like, I'm assuming that because these are non-American police, they're not going to instantly shoot us. So
probably not. Yeah, let's just...
Do we have a second?
Can Roxy first convince the policeman using Star to be like, oh, don't handcuff us because it would look bad for paparazzi and things like that. And look at us, we're not going to fight or anything like that. Basically, just so we can if we're being escorted, we don't have our hands cuffed.
I don't think it'll technically be star.
Into that Italian oral
Star is
posture,
more when
and
you're sort of performing or something.
an
The
interesting
magical aspect of that, I don't think ties into it necessarily, but your other, I think, like delinquent, one of those could.
But I'm too famous to handcuff. Nobody okay, delinquent. I'm definitely gonna get fucking handcuffed.
Try tapping or rolling.
But if I'm being
bars
handcuffed
for a general
first,
Italian
Max
accent.
can
So
run the fuck
the
out
river-
while I'm being focused on. That's great.
Yeah, basically, if there is a split second in which he's not paying attention, I'm going to slap my shitty policeman's badge on my chest and activate
Italians and my
the
Italian
wardrobe.
students will
I
know
am
this for
totally a
sure.
policeman.
Cool. 47. No. Basically, I'm getting handcuffed.
Yeah. Yeah, so he comes over. He comes over, like, both of you sort of. Do you turn around as well, Max?
Yeah, just long enough that he can't see my front, so I can put on the cop or the badge, so I can activate stock wardrobe.
So he comes around, handcuffs Roxy, and then turns to you.
I've got this one, officer. Fellow officer. I'm going to take her to the downtown booking. Yes, cop words.
He gives you a look. He's like, "You are seen on the tape."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So it's just one of those where they'll believe that you're one of them.
Yeah, basically, they will always accept that I am whatever I am dressed up as, and they will go out of their way not to question it.
Okay, I think do you have to make a cinematic roll on that?
No, that's just a straight spell.
Okay. Check something real quick. Because you at the least he'll have some questions.
Unless this persona gives them something, does something that makes them, nervous about it, then they will not question it as best as they can.
That's stock wardrobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of looks at you. He goes, Why were you with them if you undercover?
Max is because Cinemancy has to readily accept I was totally undercover for you the whole time. So yes, it was a deep charge. We had ideas that somebody might have entered the country illegally.
He goes, "Come."
So I was followed.
Come with me a moment. He goes, and like Roxy, you're sort of handcuffed there. And he steps out into the hall.
I have to follow him.
Okay. He goes, "Why did you wait till now to blow your cover? Was she aware of what you were?"
She was getting suspicious. Police presence nearby has raised everyone's suspicion totally.
So
Plus, you were about to handcuff me, and down at the precinct, that wouldn't have flown. There was no way to prove myself once I was under bars. I imagine that tons of criminals try to disguise themselves as policemen after they are already locked up and say they are undercover.
He goes, "So, should we keep her and put her to prison, put her in solitary, make sure she doesn't talk to anybody?"
If anything, I would like to keep her for my own questioning and extradition.
I'll have to have you sign her out, but...
Yes,
So he goes, so keep her handcuffed?
You can unhandcuff her for now. She does not pose a flight risk.
Yeah, he goes in and goes up to Roxy and then undoes the handcuffs. And then, just a moment, I get the paperwork for you.
Yes.
And then he heads out of the room.
Okay, Roxy immediately looks at Max and just says, "Max, whatever you're doing, you cannot get me out of the country before I do this show."
Ah,
I am fixing things.
No.
Silence, criminal.
Let's cut real
Like-
quick to Art. So while they are off getting that, what are you doing?
having a nice lunch to myself.
Where at?
Let's see. They're going to get passports. They probably won't be gone too long, so probably just like a cafe by the hotel.
Okay, do me a favor. Make a delinquent roll when you go back. Or not delinquent. What do you have? Drifter?
Drifter.
Yeah, make a roll for
Yeah,
that.
I would love to. That does it. I have 49 Drifter.
Okay. So yeah, as you're kind of coming back, you have seen enough sort of plainclothes officers in America.
Mhm.
Now, did you kind of go across the world?
I drifted across the country.
This particular country. So you've seen enough sort of stakeouts. As you're sort of coming back, you notice a few places where you've got officers
Mhm.
that are sort of trying to blend in plain sight as you're walking back. And you definitely see
Alright.
them before they see you.
Okay, yeah. Once I notice that, I turn around, zipper my jacket, and try and just like blend in with like the crowd, and I just go with the flow of traffic, not in like a particular direction, except for not towards the hotel.
Okay.
I got my phone. Do I got my phone?
Do you have it? Yeah.
Yeah, I have my phone on me. No, I wait about. I'll probably wait about half an hour.
Okay.
15 minutes, more realistic, and then shoot a text to Roxy. Just saying, let's meet at insert like X fountain, some landmark.
Okay. Yeah. So this is before you get the text there. Yeah, he comes back in and hands you a if you're still there when he comes back, and has a sheet for you to sign. Giuseppe Policeman Stein.
What? Yeah. Has he brought back the paperwork or something?
Yeah, but the paperwork to release a suspect.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure if Max is just gonna write like the most common stereotypical Italian name he can think of, or like no, wait, he looks like an American. So
John
he's going-
Soprano.
Like he's just going to write like John McMahon on the paperwork or something like that. Like
Okay,
he's just
it's kind of funny because how bad does your badge look?
like I imagine it's like one of those plastic Halloween costume badges.
Yeah, so as you're going out, you see there's a cop comes in with a suspect, and the guy is kind of coming in, and he looks at you for a second, like he sees he has no reason to think you're a police officer. You just got the weird badge. He looks at you and then kind of like looks up at your face as he sort of goes by, like a little confused because you've got like a plastic police badge on, as the two of you are out in the open air.
Yeah. I'm just gonna we're not going to stop walking. We're going to keep walking.
And we'll say this is probably by the time you get the text.
Yeah. Yeah, Max. So, like, for all intents and purposes, I imagine that we've like moved Roxy to the idea that they're no longer looking for her, but for all intents and purposes, I imagine the police are still looking for both Art and Max.
And also probably
No, wait, they're not looking for Max because they think Max is an undercover cop.
and Peppino as well. Well, the thing is, that guy thought
Max
you were an
gets to be
undercover cop.
cop.
No, that guy thought you were an undercover cop. It doesn't go through the whole thing again.
I know. Anybody else who just sees this Any cop who sees this thinks I'm a cop. Everybody else just thinks I'm a weird guy wearing a police badge.
Look at that special person with the police badge.
I did good today.
Yeah, you get the you
So,
get the text. I'm gonna refill my drink real quick. Give me just a second. I don't know if you're gonna be texting back to Art.
Yeah, just I'll leave that to Roxy because Roxy's got the phone.
Do we meet up with someone else as a suspect, or do we just throw them to the wolves?
Excuse me?
Yeah, you just see Roxy just like pausing for a few seconds, but then she's like, "Nah, I'll take it back." Okay.
We have to get to my computer. I need that.
Yeah, we might be a bit late.
You text that?
Yeah.
Max is an undercover cop now.
Yeah, Max. Yeah.
I think I text back.
There's just a voice recording of all these hemming and hawing noises.
I just text who's your favorite singer?
Me, of course.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, me, duh.
Okay, I text back. Cool. Don't go to the hotel.
Don't go to the hotel.
And then, no, that would be bad. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that would be super bad.
I've already determined it's. I text that. I say don't go to the hotel. I'm trying to decide if I include cop emojis on the message or not. I don't think I do because I think Art's too old for emojis.
You should send it and then immediately delete it once you've seen it's been seen.
Yeah.
You just leave Art on red.
No, I read it.
Yeah. As soon as I see that you've read it, I delete all of our. I'm deleting every text as soon as it's been read. And yeah, I say just yeah, we need to figure out what's next.
So Max kind of leans over and he goes like, "You have to go. You know we have to go to the hotel, right?" He won't even say it. He'll just slowly start to make his way over towards the hotel.
Yeah, I think she texts back. Schedule's really busy right now. Preparing to do a show. I'll text you later, and then that's it. And then we just go to the hotel, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
I just see Art in the middle of a thing, just going.
Yeah. So here's what I'd like to do. Since I am a journalist, even though I'm a food journalist, you'd be surprised at what food journalists can turn up. I think I have one of those I know how to wipe my phone completely clean. If you got stopped at the border or something and they're asking for your phone, that happens for
in case Arby's is after you.
Yeah,
that's probably more the drifter thing than the journalist thing.
I mean, they're the exact same score right now, so whichever.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if you were because you never been a full-fledged journalist, had you?
Oh, I was a full-fledged food journalist. Yeah,
I think a journalist.
So I think it's way more of a drifter thing.
Yeah, that's more because that's the drifter thing because the I don't know how often food critic you had to be careful of where you're at.
Yeah, I think every now and then if
I'm in a barbecue with the blood.
In your critic, you accidentally uncover a big health scandal or something. But yeah, no. All right.
Yeah, I don't buy that as a food critic role.
Ooh, I got it.
Yep. Oh, doubles. Well, here there wouldn't really be a special. There's not really a special thing that'll happen to that. But you said you were doing which again?
I'm just So in my pen and paper, I physically write out Roxy and Mac, like my key contacts. I actually have like a paper copy of them in my notebook, and I just double check that, and then I literally just I factory reset my phone hard.
And I will say that because you rolled doubles, I'll say as you're doing all of that, you look up and you see Roxy and Max walking down the street.
I like stare at them and like nudge my head towards the like, where the hell are you going? Get over here, you idiots! Like,
Max looks back and waves.
Yeah, the thing is, Roxy can feel you staring, but you're not the only one. She's hot walking down the middle of the
it's
street.
a pretty much constant buzz at this point.
Okay,
And she dresses
like,
to be seen.
then I'll like put my currently like reactivating phone to my ear and just be like, say a little bit louder than normal, like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to that Roxy show later tonight. Yeah, you know it.
And it floats like a little cartoon word balloon that just like cuts its way through all of the rest of them. And just Roxy just kind of hits your ears, Roxy.
Just Roxy just like turns and just like with the biggest smile.
And you also can look direct because like he's been staring directly at you. Like other people have been giving you looks, but you felt one eye like really on you. So if you sort of turn towards that, you see Art across the street by a park.
Yeah, and I look at you still staring, like walking a little bit slower, and like, oh yeah, no, the hotel had an emergency, so we can't go back right now. So we're just wandering around, killing time before the show. And like give her a pointed, dagger-eyed stare.
I think Roxy's just gonna go over and just be like, "You were talking to me, right?"
Roxy, of course. What do you fucking think? Okay, there's cops all around the hotel. You're undercover.
Look, it's okay. Max got me a get out of jail free card. It's fine.
What?
Yeah, we were totally being arrested.
So I think I look over and I probably
We're
noticed
totally
this,
being arrested. That was awesome.
fake ass police badge on him, and I look at, like, did you do like the Burger King thing again?
Yep.
Okay,
Please, it's just a Burger King
thing.
I mean, he doesn't fucking know, right? He just
Quick,
remembers
do the Burger
like,
King thing.
just like, just text me when you're done. I'm gonna try and lay low somewhere.
Cool.
No, don't text me when you're done.
Look, the thing is that isn't like laying low and like acting shady just gonna act like against you? Like if you just go about acting normally, it like.
That's what I mean by laying low, Roxy.
Oh.
I know how to do this. Just, if you don't hear from me by tomorrow evening, come get me from jail.
Cool.
Let's meet up back here, tonight by dinner. Okay.
Cool.
All right. And then I turn away and keep walking.
Okay.
And I'm just pretty much just keeping an eye out for any law enforcement and like doing my best to blend in with crowds, doing like, I guess like horrible app description because my man is no fucking Ezio Auditore, but like the Assassin's Creed, like walk with crowd or like sit on bench with people wearing clothes like yours.
If
like,
you're doing Assassin's Creed, it should also get caught up on a part of a part of a building and start to climb it for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
What
I don't
a
do that.
Strange man.
My face doesn't load in all the way, but it's fine.
Just a pair of eyeballs.
Yeah, just a pair of eyeballs. So yeah, I'm just doing my general thing of like, I'm a paranoid motherfucker. I've done this before.
Oh, that'd be a video game adept who causes glitches in real life.
That'd be pretty fucking
Oh my god.
That would be fucking dope.
That'd be fucked up, though.
He clipped through the building. You see the building.
There was something really, really similar in another campaign I watched. There was it was an anime campaign was the name of it, and everybody had like one power called an epithet, and some people didn't. Well, one guy had speed running as a power set, Speed run reality, which included like being able to sequence break objects into his hands, so long as he went and got them afterwards,
Wow.
and he could clip through walls if he ran at them hard enough.
Oh my
When you
God.
fail that roll, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he'd just clip into walls sometimes if he failed. But the best one was if he held an object in his hands, he could throw it at a wall and lodge it in there, and then replace himself and the object in order to skip huge amounts of distance using the Super Mario 2 turnip skip.
Oh my
That's
God. Every meta video game is really just like a video game adept trying to do shit to the world. Oh man. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing until dinner time. Do you want yet another drifter roll for that?
No. You're blending in.
Yeah, I'm just blending in killing time.
And for you guys,
I'm guessing we're going to the hotel room because Max wants a laptop.
Yep.
okay. Yeah, as you come up, you see some of the police. They come up, you see like kind of touching in their ear, and then stand up and start kind of walking towards the two of you.
We've already.
Did I get that guy's name off of his badge?
Yeah.
The guy who let me go.
Do we like? Aren't you given like paperwork with their signature or something? Like this is like.
Yeah, I think I
So
have,
it doesn't
I have a
happen
copy of
constantly.
her release papers.
Yeah.
Like he signed you out and sent it. But remember, you saw the badge and stuff. The half hour hasn't passed yet, but you're getting close to it.
I can refresh it by burning another charge. Or at least that version of it I can. I can maintain the same disguise if I'm willing to keep burning charges for 30-minute increments.
Yeah, it was a Apollinaire
So
Montefort.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna burn another charge just to make sure that this thing doesn't like fall apart at the wrong time.
So what
Yeah,
happens
so-
when you run out at the wrong time? Does it just like, wait a minute, you're not a cop? Is that it?
Yeah,
Wait.
pretty much.
Okay.
That's a child's badge. Like he doesn't want to get stuck either out of charges or around them for a long time. But as I recall, you probably have a bunch of charges.
Yeah. So
Okay.
This is what's helpful being a Cinemancer when I'll play without even realizing it. I'll play up some of the tropes because they're fun. Of course, that's what happened next. Charge.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
but,
one of them kind of comes forward, and starts talking to you in Italian.
Oh fuck.
Blah 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 blah.
like just Max just keeps nodding. Like, yes, I totally understand Italian.
Polizia, yes.
Polizia, yes.
Malizia. Buongiorno.
I think Roxy just goes, what?
Polizia secret.
So as you're sort of going, like he says something, kind of taps your shoulder, and he sees the badge. This is Roxy, and you hear like you're pretty sure you get Policia and whatever is Italian for car, in there for like a police car.
I shake my head and I hold up my copy of Roxy's release papers, like showing she's in my custody.
Okay, kind of looks it over. Totally hands it back, and if you could understand Italian, you'd hear him call you a rude fuck as he walks back to his partner.
Like I just put the papers back and I grab Roxy by the arm like she's not going anywhere, but it's like light because it's fake, and start walking into the hotel.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Roxy's like, oh no. In like the worst fucking acting ever.
Hello! I'm so the policeman. This is certainly a policeman, everybody.
I mean,
totally
she
been
would do that
policed.
even if she was actually getting arrested, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
I've been policed, people.
It's like, oh no, do you mind if I get a selfie right now?
So you head in and up to the room.
Yeah.
And there's some cops sort of out like that are kind of waiting up there, but I'm sure you can kind of wave them off, and you go in.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you do?
I just need to clear everybody out in order to get to my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got my laptop, and I imagine I've got like video editing software on it because film. Okay, so I hate the fact that I have to do this, but I have to. So I'm going to burn what's quite possibly one of my biggest Cinemancer spells. If I can find it. Yeah, I'm going to burn I'll just hack in.
Yep, there we go.
Which means that if I have access to a computer, I can burn 3 charges to get into any database I want.
What the fuck?
Right.
And it's
Are
probably
you
literally
fucking kidding me?
it's probably literally just the random like his hands are doing this on
Oh,
the
wait,
keyboard.
what is it called? Hacker Typer? Is that the website?
Wait,
Yeah.
can you do that
Yeah,
whenever
Hacker
you want?
Typer.
No, it literally says, to begin the spell, the Cinemancer sits before a computer, names a place to hack into, and starts typing randomly. Within 5 minutes, the Cinemancer has hacked into whatever site, server, or database she wants.
Clickety
What
clack,
the
you're in the
fuck?
Pentagon. So yeah, but
So
here's
hold
the
on,
thing:
this is
it costs 3
3
significant
minus?
charges, so it's
3
not like an
significance?
easy thing. But
It's
you
3
can do it.
significance.
Jesus.
Wow.
This messes up reality a lot. So I'm going to name the hotel security directory as my target.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that they don't have particularly great like finding stuff on that network. Not gonna be too hard.
Yeah. Basically, what I want to do is I'm going to find the footage they have of us leaving,
Mhm.
and instead of deleting it, bring it into the video editing software and mess around with our faces. What looks like people similar to us.
Make your filmmaker roll.
Oh, good roll. Good roll.
I can probably passion this.
Oh!
Oh!
Damn.
Just flip it to make it a 1.
Can I flip it using Life's a Movie I'm directing?
Yes, actually, you do that, you have a critical success.
Oh my god.
And like it'll be impossible for them to tell. And it
Yeah.
also means with critical success, they're not gonna have another copy somewhere else. They just
Oh my god. Yeah,
Like,
I was
they
about to say the
streamed
police
it.
fucking made a copy, like
no, they
No,
just
no, no.
they would have just streamed
The
it.
police have their copy, but their copy looks like us. The source copy looks entirely different
No,
now.
if you flip it for the 0, which actually you can flip it.
Yeah.
That's your obsession.
Yeah, that's my obsession.
Yeah, you can.
That's
Yeah,
Life's a
no,
Movie
you
I'm
flip it
directing.
0-1. He didn't have a copy. He streamed it from a link
Yeah,
that got sent out.
I've solved this.
holy shit.
That was so much easier than I thought it would be.
Well, I mean 3 significance.
I was like, man,
Cinematic
how the fuck are
bullshit.
they gonna get out of this? I have no idea. Oh yeah.
Bullshit is apparently the answer.
It hurts to burn that many charges because, like, that was the significant charge portion was our we've really screwed up. We need to fix this.
You know what hurts more? Extradition treaties.
Yeah. But I fixed it. We're good.
Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it is, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like there's no way they're gonna like if a hacker if someone actually like a expert looks over, they are not gonna see what you just did.
Yep.
There's a part of you actually going, honestly, this is the best work I've ever done.
Yeah.
like with any kind of special effects.
Like, Max is just kind of punching himself in the head because this is the best he's ever done and he can't show it to anyone. But on the other hand, a whole bunch of people are going to believe this is actually reality. So he's performed art so well that it transcends reality.
What I'm picturing in my head is like, you know, the Simpsons movie where Bart draws over the wanted poster and then someone just goes, the police just go, there they are, and it's just someone that's quite like us directly next to us getting arrested.
I keep thinking of Wallace and Gromit with the penguin and the glove. Like, have you seen this chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Anyway,
you guys
so-
gotta finish up. You're like, you feel pretty good
Like
about
Max,
yourself.
like Max sets down the police badge.
Do you say? I was gonna say. I'm gonna give you a hint here. Do you say something to the cops so that they look it over and realize what happened?
Like at this point, I think the operative thing is Max is just going to kind of like nonchalant, like get outside the hotel and then like nonchalantly wander by so he gets arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So they're forced to look at and then they'll demand to look at the footage, or like they show him it, and then they realize that everything's gone wrong.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut to a thing. I don't know if does anybody go with him. Roxy, where are you while he does this?
Like Roxy's home free due to extradition nonsense.
I think Roxy's, just to put on the act, is going to be like, "Why the fuck are you arresting my manager?" Like,
Oh, so yeah, they kind of arrest both of you.
yeah.
Take you in, and then you're sitting there. You're kind of in there, and it's like they kind of look at it. There's a moment where something they start talking like in Italian, and they look at it. They kind of look at you. And this is I will say Max is in the room. This happens. And they kind of hold up like the iPad they're looking at it on. They kind of hold it up to your face, and they're sort of looking and. Sir, I'm afraid we have made a mistake. You appear not to be the person we have in the thing. I'm sorry. Someone looks a lot like.
Oh, it's fine. Anything to help the cause of justice. Like Max is like grinning like the cat that called the canary.
Yeah, then they go in and Roxy, they let you go. Like all charges are dropped. We apologize for this. This seemed to be you, and there's someone who's like apologizing all over themselves. It's like. It looked so much like you. We thought maybe it was you.
Roxy's like just like make up for it by seeing my show. Like peace sign. Okay, thanks.
Oh my god!
Oh, the people realize, oh, it's you, and they like, can we get some autographs and
Fuck
pictures?
yeah.
Can I get a charge off of the? It appears we've made a mistake. You're free to go.
Yes. Yes, you can. Let me refill my drink again real quick. Yeah, Art, are you still wandering around wondering what the fuck's going on?
I said like, yeah, like I won't be texting you. I'll meet you here around dinner time.
Okay,
Do you text me?
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of them just showing up with
Yeah.
you super worried.
Yeah, we just show up.
And let me refill my drink real quick. Be right back.
Yeah, I'm actually going to the bathroom real quick.
Oh my God.
A 1. Why? Yeah, that's like the second most costly spell I have. The first one is even more nuts.
What's the first one?
The first one is the montage thing.
Oh yeah. Where you can build anything in like minutes.
Yeah. The only other spell that's at this power level is he's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Which allows me to summon anyone.
Didn't you use that?
It's not
I
like
used
Lou
to be right
Ferrigno
behind
is
me.
right behind me.
No, like all I have to do is like turn my back to a doorway and begin shit talking somebody. And if
Yeah.
I can burn the charges and he will just show up. And it's not like he teleports, it's like reality and space bend events, so he just happens to be there.
Cinematic's some bullshit. It's
You
great.
still have to suffer the consequences, obviously, but
The Cinematic is also one, if you don't know movie tropes, it's just going to crash and burn.
Yeah.
But if you
yeah.
know
However-
movie tropes, you can fuck with the whole world.
however, I'm reading TV tropes for fun on a regular basis, so I am in my element.
That's a dark hole to go. That's not a dark hole. That's an easy hole to end up like. Wait,
Oh yeah,
It
you
was
just end up
daylight
there
when
for
I
6
started.
hours at a time.
it was daylight when I started. How is it daylight again?
Alrighty.
So we all just turn, like, the two of us just turn up to dinner and we just sit down, just like casual as fucking, like, arts on just like on 100 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Broxy's like, what do you look so worried for?
What?
They look over to waiter. Can we get some wine?
Yeah, come and bring over the wine.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean? What are we doing? We're ordering
What
wine.
did you were going back to the hotel. Did you get what we need to do? We need to get out of here.
Max just kind of goes, "I took care of it."
You how?
Damn, like Max just kind of silently curses, like, "Damn, that's not the right line." Anyway,
I can't believe we're only about a half an hour or so in, maybe 40 minutes, and it's solved. Like, I was like, damn, this might end up being a couple sessions. Nope.
Fucking
Like,
roll the wine.
I was just like, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Well, this is gonna be great.
My God. So yeah. What do you mean you solved it, Max? What do you mean you solved it? You're going to tell me how you solved it? Because it doesn't feel solved in my heart.
the police aren't looking for us. They had the wrong people.
Yeah, Roxy pulls out her phone and shows like a selfie they took with the police officers all happy.
Oh,
and...
Oh my
what's
God.
going on?
Max,
Me with all the cops.
how'd you do this?
Like Max just kind of shrugs and he's like, "I can't explain it."
Oh, bullshit. You can explain it. Roxy, what did you do?
We just got to the police station. They looked at the camera feed and it wasn't us.
Camera feed? Oh, fuck, we forgot about the camera. Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but it wasn't us,
Fuck.
so it's fine.
It wasn't. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Max, you changed the video feeds?
Like Max kind of shrugs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fucking CSI
Man,
Max over here. Of course he didn't change the feeds.
So, like, Art's have been, like, the embodiment of, like, tenseness and stress. And you just see, like, his shoulders drop. He lets out the longest sigh, reaches inside his coat jacket, takes out a flask, and takes, like, 3 shots worth of, like, a long swig.
Max is just kind of looking over the menu.
Passes it around.
Max just kind of looks at the menu and he goes, "Does this mean I can order cake?"
You can order cake. We're going to order a whole cake, and we are going to eat this cake together.
I'm watching my weight right now.
The cakes here are small. It's not like American cakes. It's like you get a cake, you split. Like, yeah, it's like
Damn it.
6 slices at maximum. I'll take the leftovers. I love cake.
Yeah, Max is just still kind of laughing and toying around with his dead razor phone.
Then weren't we gonna get him a new phone, Roxy?
We were, and then bad things happened.
Okay, so Roxy, do you have a show tonight?
Did we get
Do
the
I have a show
passports?
tonight?
Wait, did you get the
Yeah,
passports?
fucking passports.
Do you want to go back and get the passports?
Oh God, that'd be great.
Just
Fuck.
Were you
mean-
under arrest?
I mean,
they had
it's
the
like-
money.
it's around dinner time. I mean, they probably open for at least another hour if you rush there.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
listen.
go.
Listen, I'll just get coffee. I'll hold the table. Table, get some coffee. You come back with passports, and we'll get cake.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. And as like the 3 shots worth of booze seeps into his system, just like tipsy Art sipping coffee and trying to like come down from a panic attack.
So what are you doing this morning? Pretty sure I was going to jail, possibly for the rest of my life, for murdering a billionaire. What happened in the afternoon? Just went away.
Just went away.
Just kind of went away.
Oh man, my poor sweet boy.
Fuck's sake.
Max,
All right.
Max is like writing this down into list of bullshit I've managed to pull off.
That's a terrible name for a book, but it's intriguing.
That's actually a pretty good name for a book.
So, what are you reading today? List of bullshit I pulled off.
It sounds like a young adult novel.
Now I'm curious.
Number 71. I faked being an Italian special forces cop and got us all off for murder.
Then enjoyed dinner at a restaurant in Rome. It was Tuesday.
I gotta say, I didn't cover this specifically, but I imagine I faked everybody that appears in the video, including Peppino, and if he happens to be in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was. You get a text from Peppino at one point, literally going, "It's like I just was let go from prison or from jail." Is
it like the group text?
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
So Max doesn't get it.
Yeah, like Max doesn't get the text.
I just text like, Max took care of it.
Yeah, Roxy sends like a string of emojis.
It probably took me like 7 tries to type it out without any typos. Because I'm both tipsy and like jittery from caffeine and nerves. Yeah, Max took care of it. I share my location. I'm like, want to come eat cake with us?
He goes, yeah, I'll be right down.
Yeah.
So he like when he gets there, he looks super confused. He sort of sits down. He's like, they showed me the video and it changed.
Like Max just kind of slowly nods, like yeah, you got me.
You did that,
among other things, but.
He goes, I've never killed someone before. Maybe it's not my forte.
You made it look so easy, though.
It's not difficult when you have magic on your side, but I guess I didn't think about everything else.
Well, we got our get out of jail free card this time, and hopefully we'll never have to use it again. And I like slice some of the cake. It's like it's fairly even. Maybe it's a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit big for how much you should be taking for just himself. It takes a really good bite.
All right, that's half the cake. You shut your fucking face.
It's not half the cake. It's like a fourth. When there's no. It's a little bit more than a fourth.
A little bit more than a fourth.
Yeah.
Roxy said she didn't want as much. So
yeah, Roxy just doesn't want any.
Great. Yeah, and then like I get a slice for Peppino.
Max just hunks whatever's left in half. I did good. I get to have cake today.
You did very good, kid. You did very good. Thank you.
Cool.
And thank you, and thank you all. And now we don't have to talk about this, and we can just enjoy our cake, get some nice wine in the evening. Roxy, are you playing tonight?
Roxy, is she having an official thing tonight, or is it?
Yeah, I think you were playing a little later this evening.
Cool. Yeah, Roxy's looking at her phone, searching through apps because she's wondering if she can do star things with like an app, like piano on her phone, and try and get away with that. Like she's like, I could do star things anywhere.
Well, you might be able to do a cappella.
You just need to sing.
Yeah, but
you could do like trash can drumming probably. Even.
Stop.
Or hell, even just interpretive. Like just interpretive dancing. You'd probably sell it. No music. Call it a.
He's just wondering how silly she can get. Like, what, a phone app guitar? Can I do that?
Are you like testing it on us while we're eating cake?
Yes, you can. But
She's just gonna fucking try.
I'm sure there's a phone app guitar somewhere.
It's like a dubstep soundboard.
Roxy, save it for the show. It's good. Just save it for the show. I don't like this weird cognitive dissonance of being rapidly entertained by a fucking shitty piano app.
Excuse me, no such thing as a shitty piano app.
Cool. Then yeah, she'll I guess performance maybe, unless there's anything else that happens, like we're arrested again, or the sleepers come and kill us.
Max kind of shrugs and he's like, technically this one's clean. I think. Pretty sure.
I liked it till you said I think.
Did anyone see Max? Did anyone see you do your thing?
Oh no.
Then we're fine. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. That's the thing. Take a big bite of cake.
I just like the idea that Art's sanity meter is just slowly going down.
I mean, yeah, this is a game in which we can track that, but outside of that, he is also an anxious person, which makes it even better.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
she wants to do that. She really wants to fuck around with that.
Well, Roxy is never disarmed.
Oh my god.
Yes, there are apps that will do that.
Amazing.
Yeah, because Roxy's feeling invincible right now. She's like, I could fucking rapture you guys with anything. I could turn a pot over and just do drums and slay you.
I mean, Roxy, I know you're good, but why are you feeling so proud of yourself? Wasn't it Max who pulled us out of this?
Yeah.
I just want to play with
Roxy's
that
just
now.
Yeah, Roxy did nothing, yet she's still just yeah, I'm the fucking best.
So you just ignore me?
I fucking evaded the police. I'm great.
What is it? I only saw bits of it. Wasn't it? Was it Boston Legal where one of the things is just William Shatner's character would just say his own name quite a bit?
Yeah.
William Shatner.
Denny Crane.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
God.
Oh my god.
So I guess we just go to wherever Roxy's playing her show and enjoy a nice show. I mean, that's what Art does probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Plays the show. Show goes super well. Everyone's happy. You do a lot of pressing the flesh afterwards. I don't know if everyone else is sitting there kind of enjoying it and drinking. But yeah, show goes well. And you end up sort of back. I don't know if you go back to the hotel or you guys go out drinking or something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Max is just kind of enjoying it at this point, just hey, we did a thing. Nobody's trying to kill us.
This was not how I thought my evening would go this afternoon.
This is
I
the
think
first.
Roxy gets totally wasted.
This is the first time we've had both a legitimate problem and have been able to solve it.
No, you're right.
Right?
No.
But do you watch the Good Place?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, one, you should. This is when one character is like, you know what you do? We get a Molotov cocktail. We don't need a Molotov cocktail. Anytime I have a problem, if I have a Molotov cocktail, boom, I now have a new problem.
Oh, I love the Good Place so much.
I've heard good things.
You see, last week, the woman is like, because as a friend of mine said, you're basic. That's a human insult. It's devastating. You're devastated right now. It's so good. It's
so good.
see it just for the fact that every time you think it's going to get stuck in its premise, you're like, oh, yeah, this is the place where the sitcom just kind of grinds into its premise. It doesn't go further. It goes places you're not expecting it to go.
That's what I've heard.
It's changed its premise at least 3 times at this point. It has made such gigantic leaps. There's even a point where they essentially, the characters are talking to each other, but I think it's really to the audience, going, no, this is all going to change now. And I believe them. I really do. Which most sitcoms, I wouldn't believe them. I believe everything's different now.
That's awesome. So,
And it's in season 2.
Nice. So yeah, I guess we just now. So oh right. See, the original plan was to go touring with Roxy.
Yeah, that was.
Right.
Yep.
So I guess European tour while like waiting, like gathering more information.
Yeah. Basically, every place we go to has one of the Ordo people there, just for story elements.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to do parties and get investors, and Max is totally going to not let people worry about the fact that one of the investors turned up dead in an unrelated homicide.
Totally
No,
unrelated.
true.
Totally unrelated.
Nope.
But
No one can
also,
prove anything.
she did turn Roxy down, so keep that in mind.
God, don't do that. See, I think at this point, Art's like the next morning, like trying to get Roxy. Like, oh no, Roxy has her own room. Who am I kidding? She's a star. Just like text Roxy at like noon. Like, you need to wake up at some point and get food.
No, she's just alcohol coma right now.
Max is completely fine because college student binge drinking next morning.
Art got really wasted early, and so he sobered up by the time he went to bed.
So,
yeah, I guess we just all right, kids, so I guess we can work on my part in all this show while Roxy is on over. So where do I fit into this whole plan here?
Boozing.
Like,
there are a
you're
lot
the
of restaurants too.
manager. Like, am I just like a journalist? Am I her press entourage? I can be your press entourage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think they're gonna be worried about the fact that, like... No, I'll just start doing media coverage. It can't be that hard to cover media, right? And I, like, start looking up, like, Pitchfork articles and stuff.
Yeah, also, I realized, like while you are a food critic, you're also at the ground zero for this thing. And there's a pretty good chance Roxy will allow you to have an exclusive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Art literally never thought of this before. He's like,
Max
wait.
literally has access to. Max has, like, in the contract, access to film whatever the hell he wants for his own exclusive use. So there is
Right.
footage in existence that doesn't exist anywhere else.
just by knowing Roxy, you're gonna become famous. Probably not for things you want to be famous for, but you're just gonna become famous.
Yeah, so I think that's the double bind with Art, is like, A, oh my gosh, I could, like, actually be making money and, like, be a journalist again. B, it's not my passion anymore, but at least I'll be making money. C, wait, if my name gets too out there and famous, then, like, I might get a target on my back from the Ordo. So it's a very complicated thing. But in the end, I think, I guess I'll ask Roxy once if she ever wakes up, if I can be her press, I guess, and then I guess we're not meeting up in San Antonio, was it?
Yeah.
Like, I guess we're not meeting up there for at least a few months.
Well, when's the massive show? It was a few weeks from now, right?
Yeah, it's coming up in a couple weeks. You got a lot of other shows sort of in between.
Oh, okay. It's a few weeks, not a few months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, cool. All right. So yeah, like, if Roxy ever leaves her room, or it's like, how about you give me exclusive press access to you?
Exclusive.
Okay, not exclusive. I realize that that's actually too much to ask. First, behind the scenes, exclusive behind the scenes, and let me get a head start. Listen, Roxy, I need something to get my career back.
Yeah. Tell you what, you can always get in on firsts, and I won't do interviews. Yeah, no, you can always get in on first, and you can do exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff and all that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're basically going to be the kid from Almost Famous.
Oh my gosh. All right. So like, I guess like, okay. So here's the thing. I've never done music writing before. So what sort of mood vibe like? I mean, like, have you read any of my art? Have you read any of my articles before?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you.
I can take it.
I didn't realize people wrote about food.
He's not offended. He's just stunned. Like, what do you mean you didn't realize people wrote about food? Like,
It just
do
seems
you ever go to the store and you see like the Food Network magazine on like by checkout? Like,
it just
why?
seems a bit pointless. Like, why?
But like, you literally how did you not? Okay, what? Okay,
Well,
well,
I didn't realize it was like a big thing.
so-
I thought it was like as like a hobby kind of thing.
I
didn't
mean,
realize there was people making money from it.
okay. How many like you obviously haven't been to like a ton of nice restaurants. You know, there's like tons of money in fine dining, right? Like if you want to be a star, if you want to be the elite of the elite, you have to be seen going to these places eventually.
Now
You're going to be another runway.
Now you're talking my language.
Roxy
Yeah, there we
Oz
go.
was seen eating at the McDonald's on Wilshire today.
Roxy, you know I cover more than diners before. I can help you figure that out. I can help you navigate where to go. That'll get you good rep with this stuff.
Tell you. Yeah, I mean, yeah. While you're my press thing, like you just write about things I do. You could also write about the food that I eat, I guess.
Exactly. So it's good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do like it's gonna be like dinners or breakfasts, X meal with Roxy, and it'll be like a column style thing. And you'll get it out, just push it on your social media once or twice, just to get people like to actually like get the RSS feed or something, and like, boom, you'll be seen in like some nice high class places. My name will be on articles. I'll get some hits. We both make money. Win-win.
I think she just takes a moment and then just pats him on the shoulder and just goes, "Sure."
Awesome. Great. All right, so where are we going first on our trip? Do you have the itinerary yet?
Yeah, what's the like? Where are we going first?
Yeah, there's a bunch of places in Italy that you're performing. You're also going to be heading out to some nearby countries to perform. What they want to do is get you've seen enough places. You've got like shows to go on. Like you probably the only ones I would know in those areas are like the Graham Norton stuff like that. You're going to head into a bunch of places and see just to be the places you can be seen.
Cool.
All right. Do we just want to like fast forward to one of those?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if this is just gonna be Roxy doing a bunch of shows and nothing else is gonna happen, like, could we just like,
Yeah.
fast
We'll
forward
kind
that?
of we kind of fast forward a bit, but I'll say we can kind of have you in different places. But remember, you still have at least until someone goes in and changes it, which with her death is a possibility. You have access to, and actually that's one of those things within
the laptop.
pretty quickly her information, but that will probably pretty quickly be changed by either the police or someone else trying to see if someone's getting into her stuff since she was murdered. And I'm sure if you're a billionaire, one of the things they do is they check to make sure like cybersecurity and all that kind of stuff.
So I'm guessing we probably try and get that done pretty quick. Like maybe even before we like go on our first flight, just try and data mine as much as we can. And then Art recommends we just like leave it. Like it's too hot to keep on us. I don't want another situation.
Max is going to kind of copy as much as he can and then leave it there. If he's got the address of where to locate this guy, then we're okay.
Yeah, so you'd set up a meeting and then she died. sort of pretty quickly afterwards. Any emails from people from the Ordo sort of stop coming. If you just want to make a note that you have quite a few Ordo emails and names, as well as there's some other things that'll take some time to sort of delve into, but there's information about the stuff. Most of it's not kept there. You do have access to a lot of her sort of business. A lot of businesses sort of done on the phone. Lots of emails. You've got like famous people on there as well from movies that she's produced, porn collection, stuff like that.
Cool.
So the big thing, though, since she's been killed and it's become public knowledge, a lot of people are not necessarily going to be allowing, or rather, like getting in contact, stuff like that.
Fair.
Hi.
Like, are there like a?
Didn't you die? Weren't you murdered like yesterday? Maybe.
Who wants to know?
What's the tea?
Yeah. So we've got all that. Yeah, I think there's not really much else to do with that until we finish our tour.
Yeah, Max can't find the things he wants. Max needs to get a new phone.
Oh yeah, well, can we totally buy him like immediately? Buy like the new iPhone 10 or some X or whatever it is.
Like if Max had his way, it'd be like some Chinese rip-off monstrosity.
Yeah, sort of get stuff taken care of, and then it's also a little bit of just trying to take care of like you literally poof from the middle of nowhere. I mean, granted, most of your stuff's been taken care of because you've been on the road, but there is still some things here and there to sort of take care of, which takes a bit of time while you're out there. So yeah, currently, like I said, Roxy's sort of going around performing, doing those. You are sort of manager / press person. You find yourself Art. You find yourself doing some press releases and also getting some interviews out
Nice.
there. Go ahead and make a food critic roll.
Cool. I was also gonna say, I definitely also want to like strategically find restaurants that I've heard about and stuff to like improve like her visibility and that sort of thing. Like I was saying, it's a good number, but it's not a good number.
Yeah, you find that you're having some. I mean, like, what's your actual percentage?
My actual percentage is 49.
Okay, it's one of those things where it's definitely a little out of your wheelhouse. Like you're writing some stuff, they're getting edited like crazy, and they're not necessarily making you look all that much better. So like the stuff that you're getting out is not really kind of giving people exactly what they want. But do go ahead and mark that. This is a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're working on it, but it's a little frustrating because this is not the stuff you're used to. And actually, if you want to make Max, if you want to make, I don't know if that would be film director, like you're just trying to manage all this stuff.
Yeah, pretty much, probably. Just more filmmaker stuff. Because filmmaker is my best role. No.
Wait, 269s? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, go ahead and mark that too. What you find out is the kind of performance contracts you have seen and had to deal with for film stuff are very different from what you're doing for her. It is definitely one of those things where just trying to get used to it is a bit of a pain. Like again, you're making mistakes like left and right on those things. You're learning, but it's taking you a little bit. And like as much money as she maybe could have gotten because you're kind of out of your element here. You're out of your element, Donnie. But you're trying.
Unfortunately, nobody actually says that, so I can't get a charge for that quote.
So yeah, you guys are working this while she's going performing. Let's say kind of a bunch of places. Let's we can kind of fast forward to is you kind of, in the meantime, while she's going and performing these places up until we have the big gigantic show, is there anything in particular y'all are doing, or are you going up to the just you're helping her get to the point where the big show happens?
After you.
I don't like the only thing that I could see Max doing, because like his other ideas have kind of failed, would be trying to build significance back up, just playing characters when he can. That feels like the kind of thing I shouldn't be able to do in a time lapse, because that seems too easy.
What do you mean by build significance?
Like do the 6 hours as a constant cliche character.
Oh yeah, on that one we'll give you 1. I mean, it's just you're kind of going through.
Yeah, it just feels too easy to say like, okay, I've been done for 3 days. You know, we've been gone for 3 days, and 6 hours every day I pretended to be somebody.
Yeah, we'll give you 1. It's one of those things where it takes some work because you're going through and trying to get all that stuff. You find it a little bit exhausting in times, and particularly because it gets a little frustrating because you're having some troubles with the ins and the outs, the stuff that you're used to, and you know that more money should be there. But frankly, what's coming in is kind of more money than probably any of you have seen in your life, except for Art used to be rich.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for the rest of you, this is probably more money than you've seen in your life. It's a lot, and it's awesome because you have been living out of a van, driving around America, Scooby-Dooing it to find the weird stuff. Remember, that's where we started.
I can nearly pay off my college loan.
That should be your real long-term goal.
Yeah.
It's more. It's less realistic than finding that magic library.
Here you have 2%. Now you're up to 3.
Oh my gosh!
So let's just take a moment to realize you started off wanting to Scooby-Doo across America.
Now we're flying across
Europe.
Now you have a ton of money, and you're going to perform in the Coliseum.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Which I was not expecting any of that, which is awesome.
It seems like anything
think
that me and Roxy are in, the game just slowly destroys into the wrong direction at a certain point.
Well, I was explaining to someone.
This is a good direction.
I was explaining to someone because like Wheeled is definitely one of those that the amount of times that game would go to a place where I'm like, no, fuck it. Okay, I think you created a god, or fuck it, I think you went into the heavens. Essentially, like that all makes sense. Like if I know what's going to happen, what do I have to do?
Yeah,
it's boring. Like I love when you can just take things and like, okay, don't know what the fuck's going to happen. We're going to see.
Yeah. So I think the only thing in my downtime that I'm doing, I don't think it's anything like rollable, is I'm just like collating all of that order information.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just like
Max
organizing it, researching it.
Max is doing that. He's taking in the sights. He's filming things, getting a shit ton of stock footage of Rome because he needs it for various projects.
Yeah. You can always use stock footage of Rome.
Yeah. Can I make another check to attempt to buy one of those shitty space guns? Because we couldn't find one last time.
I will say you'll be able to get one with the amount of money coming in, and like getting onto like Amazon.com or something. Like you'll eventually find one. There's like people also at some of the places you'll be able to talk to will be able to kind of hook you up. Yeah,
because I want one of those shitty tin space guns at a certain point.
Okay,
Max has plans.
Let's take a couple minutes. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Cool.
Okay. And then I'll also think a little bit about the concert. I think we'll hit the Coliseum concert.
Cool.
Yep.
I did not think we were going to get to the Coliseum tonight. I'm excited. This turned out, I was like, not going to lie, I was like, oh man, I'm a little stressed right now, and this is going to be a really stressful session. This is going to take a lot out of me. And now I'm like, this is going to be such a healing session. Okay. So refreshing.
As soon as we got arrested, I started like working through all the common cliche ways to get out of being arrested. And it's like, how many jail cliches do I know? And I started looking through my spell book, and I'm like, oh wait.
Oh my gosh. That's so good.
I have video editing as an inbuilt skill.
Yeah, that was wild.
This is something my character just naturally does.
I forgot how much you just totally like messed with the wheel game. Like you were just like, yeah, let's resurrect a god.
I didn't do the resurrection into God. My thing was I became the world's shittiest pope, and I remember that teleporting people straight up is the best way to kill an entire army.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Oh my god.
It's just like there's an entire army. Yeah, I just teleport them in here.
Oh my god, guys, we have to use this concert so that I can do the thing, the gutter magic that's about like helping the overall endeavor. Because I think the concert will be a big enough like amassing of whatever.
Yeah, that would work.
To make it work. Yeah.
Like binding the human spirits behind Roxy and whatever she says her cause is.
Exactly. So like I think I'm like letting you know, because what's great about gutter magic is you're allowed to know. Like, all right, I'm gonna use your concert to do this thing that's gonna just make luck a little bit more on our side during our mission, and like I have to choose, like it's gotta be specific, and so for me the mission is like get my husband back, and since it seems like you both are on board with this, that's kind of what I want to make this about. Are you both cool with that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Just so you know, that didn't work the last time. Like you guys used me as a focus for your voodoo quite a bit, and the last time I did a gig that you did that didn't work.
I want to be perfectly clear. My part went great.
You can't tell what part went wrong.
I mean, no, like let me read. There's got like, so like, can I tell when gutter? Do I get a sense for when gutter magic goes well, or do I not know until I see something like? Like, could I not even know? Like, maybe it was lucky. Maybe I actually helped it. Who knows?
I think sometimes you can. Sometimes you can, but also it might be kind of how close you come to the failing stuff. So sometimes you can, but you're not always sure.
We're arguing who fucked up the ghost thing, and Art's trying to make a case that like, no, like I know my ritual went okay. If I remember, I think I got doubles on mine on that. Yeah. I want to say I did. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, my plan is I'm going to use the concert as a conduit for to bless the endeavor of getting my husband back from the Ordo.
Okay.
Because it's just a shit ton of the human spirit set behind whatever Roxy determines her purpose is at that point. Because they're all just
obviously it's going to be true love.
Remind me, what's your husband's name?
Remind me, what's my husband's name? I know I said a name before.
It's not. It's not on this particular. Oh no, wait, Henry.
It was a Hispanic name. I remember he was Hispanic.
Oh.
Let's call him Rick Enrique.
Okay.
Where did Henry come from then?
No, I
Henry. Henry.
Art's husband Henry. Remember pronunciation. He took away a Michelin star from one of them. He's from Louisiana.
Right.
Mechanical engineer. He's not.
Right. Yeah, Henry. Thank you. Where did I get Hispanic from? Maybe he had Hispanic.
I think we determined he wasn't white.
Yeah. He's been Hispanic in my head.
Okay.
But Henry. All right, yeah. So, all right, Roxy, just like sing some stuff about, like finding your true love again, like, or like, fighting the power, or like, rejecting assholes, just like good stuff, so that they get a lot of charge of that good old gooey unconscious shit.
So what is the go ahead and make your ritual.
Oh, we're just doing it now. Okay. I hadn't planned out like all the components yet.
Okay.
I was just talking about the possibility of doing this.
Yeah, I think we can kind of cut to the performance, or rather to the evening of the performance.
Okay. I mean, I think my wedding ring is definitely a component.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm blessing all of us, is the target the three of us?
Well, it sounds like what you're trying to do is somehow like connect with Henry.
I'm doing blessing. Blessing endeavor makes it more likely to succeed, and we determined that this is just using gutter magic at the appropriate scale to add percentage to an objective. Oh, it's just using gutter magic at the appropriate scale to add percentiles to an objective. Perform it, and if you succeed, you get to puff up your objective. We actually haven't mechanized our like Cabal objective.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. As I recall, the actual like how much those things affect it isn't particularly well put in. But I'd say for right now, we can kind of like wing it. There's some like if you roll well and do something here, something will happen that will help story wise.
Can I propose something else?
Yeah.
I've got 2 significant charges and not a proper spell, but you have gutter magic in a live filming of the first, probably the first actual rock concert that's ever been held at the Coliseum.
Yeah, kid, that's true. I mean, like, I could also just use the energy from the live concert itself instead of a recording. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. One can be more powerful than the other. What are you getting at?
Max holds up basically like a reel-to-reel VHS camera, and he goes, I'm going to make an artifact.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know yet.
Max, like, that's cool and all. I just, like, here's what you need to know. Like, I can't use both the live concert and the recording, like, that energy, it just won't work. I can't do both. So I have one shot at this. I can do a thing where I'm pretty confident I can get the ball rolling on the search for my husband.
One shot.
And you are telling me you want to do a thing that you don't really know.
What I'm saying is, like...
You don't even know what you want to do. And you're asking me to throw away a very good chance at something.
We can trade one chance like that for 1,000 chances. This is...
What would Eminem say?
Like, imagine, like, whatever boost you think you're going to get out of that, that's once. You get that once. But if we can capture that energy, and I can bind it, we can have it over and over and over again.
All right, tell you what. If you tell me exactly what you're going to have your camera do, once I help you with this, then we have a deal. I'm not going to do something that I don't even know what it's going to do. I can't risk that. Not with this much power.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pitch this to you because I'm not exactly sure if this is exactly a thing I can create. What I want to attempt to do is this is not only like, you know, one of the biggest concerts Roxy's ever done. This is also her proper start to international stardom. This is the launching point of our offensive. This is the first rock concert ever held in the Coliseum.
Hello?
His point. I'm going to try to like capture the raw magic energy off of that and bind everything that was felt tonight into a tape that can be played to basically unleash that kind of support on demand.
Let's see something real quick.
And, like, not just a one-off, you mean? Or, like...
Oh, no, not just making, like, a cultural significant artifact out of this.
Like, a good vibe gun. You're making a good vibe gun.
Essentially. Like, this doesn't go in the gun. This is a tape, but...
So what do you mean by the support? Like, just something that, like, captures... Like, it can almost, like, ensorcel people with the energy of this evening?
Yeah, like, it's the energy of the evening. It's, like... Not even, like, sorcery, but, like, you know that kind of buzz you get when you get, like this is the big thing. This is something that sticks in your brain forever, forever gives you this kind of boost.
Yeah, it definitely sounds possible.
Like, what I want is, like, it'd be like having a tape of Woodstock if you were there. Something that brings you back to there and fills you with that kind of
something that definitely
positive emotion and support.
Kind of puts that into somebody's like they were there kind of when it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
Like, yeah, I'm not exactly.
So
it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know how it like mechanically function. All I know is like
it would sort of do like there's a thing that the photography adepts can essentially show you something and make you feel what happened there. You can only make eternal artifacts or minor effects. Making eternal minor artifacts cost the minor charges you create for the effect plus one major charge. Oh. That's if it's eternal. Eternal causes a major charge. The object then becomes a significant artifact, as with limited use artifacts, or effective roll stays at 12. Limited use artifacts cost the charges you use to create the effect plus one significant charge. If they succeed, the artifact has a number of uses equal to the sum of the dice on the magic roll. It's minor, its effect is minor, and the significant if the effect is significant. You can't change the artifact's effective roll on limited use artifacts. It's stuck at 12. So the effective roll, when you do it, it's stuck at 12. But you make a roll to see how many times it can be used.
I don't know. So, like I said, I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, you can only imbue an object with a magical effect you can do.
Shit.
So you'll be able to put one you can do.
Super.
I mean, you could. What if you powered it up with montage or something like?
Gonna have montage.
Or your hacking thing, like you've got some good shit you could do. The problem is you can't because you don't have a major. It's not going to last.
Yeah, majors are like life changing. Those are very difficult to get.
Yeah. So like,
oh well.
I think Art's like, so Max, like you can do this without me. Like you just won't have the little extra push of good luck, right? Like,
yeah. Can we both make an attempt for this? Or like, I guess my question is like, could I like bind this and then just? Okay, I guess I want to revise the question. Can I not make an artifact, but can I make a magically charged tape I can turn into an artifact later?
I think you actually have to make an actual artifact.
Okay.
Like a single, limited use, or if you had a major, an eternal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have an effect that's worth binding to this thing, except maybe musical montage. But I don't know. I guess I'll just hold off on it. I'll take a video of this all later because it's a big significant thing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have something I want to try during the concert anyway.
Okay.
Like I said, this is a big significant event. I want to be like as broad of a crowd view as possible, especially paying attention to like paparazzi and things like that, and kind of look out for photomancy weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, this is a big thing. If somebody takes it, then I don't know.
I was going to say, how many camera turgists are going to be in the fucking crowd?
Yeah.
How many? It's hard to tell. The thing is, though, it's like camera, like they can do stuff with the photos, and especially the energy of stuff that's there, but
like a camera turgist, or whatever you call them, they get a major charge from taking a defining photo of a critical moment in history. And if Roxy gets like very far with this,
or even ascends to the star,
yeah. Like if they take a picture of the star's defining moment into becoming like near godhood.
Yeah, so it's one you have no idea.
Photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
You probably you don't kind of roll with that particular crowd. Like there's you mess with people here and there, but it's not like you have like an index of cinemancers.
Yeah, then Max is just gonna film normally, just so he has more.
Okay.
all right, then I guess I'll. So, would you
you can do what you
prefer, just from a mechanical standpoint, that I bless the endeavor and we'll just do like, if I get it, then something useful that wouldn't have appeared in the story will appear? Is that how we want to shake it?
Yeah, I can do it that way.
All right, cool. Then I think
because one of the things you're all trying to do is get the Ordo. So I mean, in essence, if you're sort of blessing the endeavor, it's working towards getting you closer to your husband.
Yeah. So I think the collective unconscious is like the raw good energy that Roxy is creating here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take my wedding ring, and I guess the target is all of us. What's something we all have?
Well, technically, can't you just use the Cabal?
Examples are their underpants, the date on which they lost their virginity, a sample of their DNA, a list of the last 10 books they checked out.
A bit of blood from everybody.
We might have
I
our
already
hair.
did blood. I took
Or
her blood
hair?
again. Yeah, I guess I could take all of our hair and like
Or a
twine
contract
it.
of
I twine it around the wedding ring, and like then I put the ring back on with the hair entwined in it, and that's what like closes the ritual.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes.
Okay.
That does it.
All right.
49 is my drifter.
Oh,
And
is
it's
that
double.
yeah, and plus it's a double, which means you get a bit extra. So you kind of you cast it, you send it out there, and you feel like there's almost like a tug in the universe when you do it. You can feel something shifting. Like you're positive.
Max.
You're like, this worked. Something happened.
Like Max gives Art a hard look because it feels really similar to when he fucks up the universe. It's like,
I thought you just magic the universe. No, I fuck it up.
I smile. I smile at you. I'm like, no, this is good.
Max
This
is
is
a
good.
little careful about it, but he's okay.
Okay,
Max,
so
you know I can't do the wild shit you do. Like, don't worry, this went good. This went good. I felt Max. I felt it. It's good.
Just be careful.
So about an hour before the show starts, where is everybody at? So at the Coliseum, like you've got like a whole bunch of people have been coming through and congratulating everybody, and you've done the sound check, and all this stuff is ready, and like Roxy's going to go on and become the first person to perform a rock show at the Coliseum ever.
Yeah.
Max not only has hunted out like his own personal cameras and stationed them around, he's been walking through the crowd and just like offering people random amounts of money in order to surrender cell phone footage after it's done.
Okay. Yeah. So you're hitting the crowd. Art, where are you?
I think what I've done is I met up with that chef.
Mhm.
I offered him some VIP seats, and so I was like, VIP seats.
I would also make sure Peppino gets some seats in
Yeah.
case he wants to come.
And like have like a glass of wine with him before the show, and then during the show, I think I'm actually No, I could do this. I could do my ritual during the show. So yeah.
Just away from him. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm
No,
just in
but-
VIP seats with the chef,
Okay.
and like, I mean,
Yeah, Max.
it just looks like I'm fiddling with my ring, and Roxy is performing. No one's going to notice me fiddling with my wedding ring.
Yeah.
So Roxy, you have met a couple semi-famous stars at this point,
Oh, nice.
and like on a couple of the shows and such. And beforehand, while you're sitting there, someone's like comes up and is like, Bruno Mars wanted to meet you.
Oh, damn. Okay, so Roxy, like an hour before the show, she is like half meditating, half like she's like, okay, she's in two states of mind. She's like, oh, I'm the best. Of course, this is amazing. I should deserve to be here. And the other half is like, holy fuck, I'm here right now. So she's just like,
Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Oh my God, look where we are. Get out of your head.
Max is kind of following her around after doing the cell phone thing. He's got a GoPro strapped to his head. He's got a shoulder-mounted camera. He's got like a Super 8 that he's just slowly cranking.
Well, I thought you were
Yeah,
out in the
she's just-
crowd.
Oh, no, I was like, oh,
Both.
yeah. If we can't do both, like he's still a walking cameraman anyway.
yeah.
I wanted to clarify, like he's not like bribing people not to take cell phone footage, and he's even like, you can keep it, just send me a copy afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, like you will get all the money that you were just given if you can if you do it afterwards, or you can just take the money because I don't need it.
So yeah, Roxy's like, holy shit, Bruno Mars. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, send him in.
Okay. I want to check something real quick. Are you able to search someone's Facebook page?
What do you
Like
mean?
just anybody's.
Within the
No,
page,
like a friend's.
I don't know
Like,
if
you can pull up people's public Facebook profiles if they're not
Yeah.
set to private.
Okay, no, I'm talking like searching through. Okay, because it's my computer's
You can
being
look-
slow. I'm trying to check. I'm just saying because I am thinking. I'm just going to go with the fact it was Bruno Mars. It was either Bruno Mars or Jason Mraz. But my old assistant band director, who was a brilliant percussionist, does all the music for the Muppets now.
Oh
Oh
damn!
my god.
And someone asked who was one of the nicest people he worked with. It was either Bruno Mars or Mraz. I'm going to go with Bruno Mars in this case. I can't remember which one it was.
Huh.
But yeah, so Bruno is fairly short.
Hmm.
When he
He
comes
is.
in, he's got like his posse sort of with him, and he kind of walks in. Is like, "Yeah, saw your stuff, Roxy. You're good. You're real good." And then he kind of pulls out. He's got like some flowers with him, and he hands them over, and just goes, "The Queen sends her regards."
And like she takes a moment, and her eyes like light up, and she's like, "Oh my god, Beyonce just fucking noticed me."
Yeah, when you
Senpai noticed
when
you.
you take them and look at the card, it says, "A star is born -B."
Holy shit! Watch me whiff this roll, guys. Just watch me
Oh, that
fucking
God.
whiff this roll.
That would be the worst.
Fucking,
Oh my
I
god.
can't wait.
And he kind of greets you. He's like, "Yeah, we'll see you after. Remember, everyone's here to see you. Kick
Cool.
some ass."
She nods, and it's just like, "Okay, Roxy. Okay." Just slaps her cheeks, and it's just like thinks about, should I do the phone guitar thing? No. Stick to real
Look,
guitars.
here's an
Just like-
iPad and a guitar.
Yeah.
I will say, and also, Max, as you're walking through as you're going through the crowd, at one point you're going through and you look and you see, because you've seen some pictures of him before. You see Art's husband with a fairly large dude.
Oh shit.
So he's there, kind of standing next to this guy. This guy's got like a couple, you're guessing, paid people with him. But yeah, it's one of those like, you look at him like you're like that's him, which clearly means the big dude you're looking at is part of the Ordo. Max?
What?
Oh.
Like, it's-
I know it felt like it froze up or something.
I'm staring down a bunch of fat guys from the Ordo. And like Max still looks like he's just covered in cameras like an idiot.
Is this post or pre-ritual?
I thought you cast the ritual before the show.
Yeah. This is,
Oh, using like the anticipation of the show as the trigger?
Yeah.
it does-
Yeah, that works. Yeah, the anticipation, it's just, I need that collective juiciness.
Mm-hmm.
That works just as fine.
Trying to think about different things. Like Max is gonna kind of keep his distance, but he's kind of surrounded and looking around. Like, are there ghosts here? Is this a man? Why are they here? Who are they here? Is this the correct man?
Yeah, you have no idea if there's ghosts there. You don't know how to. You don't got like a detector from. I mean, granted, you could probably make the detector from Ghostbusters and use it.
Shit, why don't I do that?
Yeah,
Why didn't I do
it's a little arms to sort of come out.
that? Holy shit. No, even worse, I could probably build a functioning version of the ghost trap.
That's a pretty iconic. That's a pretty
Single use
iconic
artifact.
prop.
I can buy fake versions. All I have to do is make it real. Later. Okay.
I mean, yeah, probably not on the fly. There's a bit much there, but that's something to keep in mind.
Okay, shit. So Max is like, if Max is still making the cell phone offers, like he's gonna go up with that as his pretense. Like, hi, enjoying the show? Or like,
Guy
excited
sort
for
of
the
just
show?
looks over at you. Fuck you, won't.
cell phone footage if you're taking any. I'd be happy willing to pay handsomely for anybody sitting in a good seat.
Listen, the guy just sort of laughs and goes, "Yeah, we're not the kind of people that take cell phone footage at concerts."
Oh well, I was hoping that the official concert film would have, some very good shots in it, but I suppose I'll have to look for better seats.
Do you want to make a roll for that?
Yeah. What am I rolling? I'm not even sure what I was saying. Let's do filmmakers still, because I'm directing this idiot. Like, I need you to do what I want you to do. Like, and also, filmmaker is just a good stat, though I've already failed it.
Well, you can try if you want. If you're okay with failing, you can try another one if it makes sense.
Oh no, I got it anyway. Like, I guess, is it a connect roll? Maybe.
Yeah.
Like trying to get close to this guy. Like, yeah, let's try connect. Like, my stats aren't that bad in it. Oh, that's even lower. Okay.
Yeah. So the point, he just goes, "Yeah, I suppose I can." Do you have a card or something?
Oh yeah, see, like this is going to be the biggest power move Max has ever made, because as soon as he became Roxy's fake official manager, he went and got like actual business
Real
cards.
No!
Like, this isn't a shitty card. This is like a American Psycho obsession
I was
level.
literally about to say, can we do the American Psycho scene with Max and the Ordo?
This is an off eggshell white card with an embossed gold print. Like,
Close up, a little bit of sweat appearing on the thing.
yeah, and just hands it over and says, it's like it says like Max Osgood, shooting star talents.
Shooting star talent.
Yeah, because it has to be some kind of like direct pun.
Yeah.
It can't not be. Anyway. Yeah, I'm managing one of the performers tonight.
Yes.
The only performer tonight.
Yeah,
You probably
there
have
is
no
no
idea.
opening act. Max is saying this purely to put this man in his place.
God.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of takes it. He's like, "Yeah, maybe I get some footage."
Wonderful. May I ask your name for the ledger? Like, Max pulls out a notebook that he's been writing people's names down in.
What was Henry's? Did he take your name, or what's his last name?
Oh, fuck. Yes! This is exactly what needed to happen.
You don't know how much I wanted the metagame there. Be like, no, what are you doing?
So wait, what's Henry's last name?
Oh, what's Henry's last name? Roland. I took his name.
Okay. He goes, "Yeah, Henry Roland."
Max writes it down really carefully, but inside he's just kind of slowly dying as he posts each letter. Like, yeah. Like, it's not even that he understands that this is his husband, but like, this is exactly what's supposed to happen in a script, is you find the person you're looking for right there.
We have economy of characters.
Like, there are only 6 important characters. One of them had to show up now.
Yeah, the killer has to be one of us. Why? Because another person shows up, and that's lame.
Exactly. Like, okay, Mr. Henry, or Mr. Roland. Like, he pauses for a second. Do you have any relation to that food critic? What's his name? Like, Max is kind of snapping and tapping his foot, trying to
listen to you. He's
remember.
like, "Yeah, I don't know any food critics." And the guy, the guy next to him, just kind of hears this. The big guy sort of looks over and goes, "Hey, I'd get the fuck away if I were you."
Oh, would you be interested in the cell phone deal as well, sir?
Not only no deal, I could buy and sell you in a heartbeat. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, then you might be interested in
Get
a
out.
long-term. I'm sure Miss Oz will take this well. Like, Max folds the book, puts it down, like hands another card, like puts another card in Henry's hands for the other man. It's like, like begins walking back.
And you kind of look back and you see Henry just sort of looking at the card for a second, looking a little confused, and the other guy talks to him, and then Henry kind of like snaps out of it a little bit.
Yeah, Max is going to immediately find Art.
This is gonna go great. While you were on your bathroom break, I was just saying how this was like, this turned into such a lighthearted session. This is so refreshing. Fuck me up, fam.
Okay, I thought people were going to jail this session.
Yeah.
Guess we got to keep moving.
Yeah. Show must go on.
Max kind of like rushes into the private box. He's wearing like a Roxy Oz brand T-shirt that doesn't actually exist. He just made one. Like,
Well, they could exist with the money we have.
I know, but like it's specifically like this is a super hipster thing of like it's a non-existent shirt design.
Oh my god!
It's like completely different to the merch that's been made, and it's just like the style is completely off.
It's
like
got the list of the tour dates in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Get the shirt.
Max is going to sell like one shitty knockoff shirt like this in every town, but only one, and wait until they become like an artifact of power just via osmosis.
Well, here's the question: which one says Dominhor on it?
I'd imagine the one I'm wearing right now does. But that's like the only location that's like it says like no wait, like this tour doesn't really have its own name, but like he's wearing a shirt from the unofficial Missing Maps tour, which doesn't actually exist.
Who actually
And
the
lists
Missing Maps
only-
tour sounds familiar. Who actually did that?
That was us.
We're supposed to, because we did a concert in that part of the map that
doesn't
you
exist,
could
yeah.
see. And
Yeah.
it was like
Okay.
made the excuse to the police. Just like, oh yeah, we're doing a tour called the Missing Maps tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For a moment there, I was
Like
going,
every
is that a real
location-
world thing?
No, like I don't think so.
Yeah,
Like
you
every
never heard
location that he performs at, that like Mac, like it's unofficial, Max is declaring as part of the Missing Maps tour and continues to add like names to the back of the shirt. So right now it says like the town that didn't show up somewhere in Kansas, and then it says like Dominor.
Yeah, Crossroads, Tennessee. This other place.
Yeah. But like he kind of rushes into the box, like says hello to Pepino, says hello to the restaurant man whose name he doesn't remember, who he refers to as restaurant man whose name I don't remember.
Hello, restaurant man. You are the lamest superhero I've ever seen.
Other than that, just kind of like grabs Art by the collar and starts trying to tug him out of the room.
I see like Max is being serious, which means it's bad. So I like, excuse me, chef, and I like walk over to him like, what's wrong?
We finally hit the character limit. We know like 6 people, and 2 of them are here now, and the third
What's
act's now
wrong?
the second act. It's like, okay. I will tell you, but you have to promise to stay calm.
If you're worried about that, I can't make promises that I might not be able to keep, but I'll do my best.
Okay. So he's gonna like kind of grab Art by the hand so he doesn't do anything. He's like, your husband is in the crowd.
So this is the time to look at the character sheet. So like, what sort of role? Like, I need to make a role here to like not lose my shit. What do you think it is? Would it be self? Like a self?
Sure.
Check? I think it's either self or isolation or helplessness. Any one of those.
Any of the above, yeah.
Take a look.
I'm willing to fight that with my college student therapeutic. Because, like,
You're not freaking out, man. Finals are a long way away. You're gonna be fine.
this is fine. This is fine, man.
I think it might actually be unnatural because you brought someone here
Oh, like it's me like connecting the dots. Like I did a ritual to help me find my husband.
Yeah,
Well,
and
here he is.
Yeah, and you realize the chances. Like I would say, it's probably in your case a level 5 unnatural because
Yeah.
you have basically seen. If he's here, you have made someone move impossibly through a magic that like your magic is not like theirs. Like these two are able to do weird shit that like makes a effect on the world. You've been able to like nudge things in your direction so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why Max is like sort of freaking out still, because essentially he's just cast a gutter magic that's the same as his one of his like most powerful significant spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have 4 in unnatural. So what happens?
Like,
So what you want to do is, so it's a 5. You have to roll against.
So
And
natural is
versus self.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this in roll 20 for once because I feel like it's easier if I remember correctly. So
Yeah, it's
do I?
if you're treating this as an unnatural event, you'd roll yourself versus unnatural. But if you're treating this as an unnatural assault, or like, I've never been
It's
sure
an
which way.
unnatural event in the fact that like he shouldn't be here. Like what has happened is, have you ever read The Invisibles?
No.
There's a point where they actually time travel to meet someone. Like the dude's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And the King Mob is always like, "They're always shocked when it works." So there's this fact like you did this stuff and you always kind of believed it did something, but this is too much of a thing. So yeah, so self, like the little white dot next to self.
Yeah.
Is the one you press.
0 shift. Oh boy.
Can you flop that, because it would technically be one of your? Is your husband one of your
Obsession. Find
passions?
the ritual that'll help me save my husband's soul.
It's not. Well, it's not the ritual. He's here. You did a ritual. This happened, so I'm gonna let you flip it.
Okay, I was gonna say also my fear that my life will have no impact on the world probably also would have worked. Because
Yes,
I
either
just
one.
impacted the world hard. Okay. All right, yeah. So like his eyes go wide. He breaks out in a cold sweat. He starts to hyperventilate, and then you see him like talking to himself, like, "Okay, check the facts. Like, okay, just 1, 2." And he's like guiding himself. Like he takes a solid like 2 minutes of like closing his eyes, doing deep breathing, muttering to himself.
Mhm.
Then he opens his
Like
eyes. And
Max?
he's like,
He opens his
he's
eyes.
squeezing
Max,
your hand really hard.
he's squeezing one hand. The other hand, like Max has the white rag he uses for the chloroform spell behind his back. Because
So while this happens, so you two are doing this, Roxy.
Can I say that, can I say that while they're doing that, like, Art's phone rings?
Yep.
Do you answer Art at this moment? It's totally okay if you don't.
Because so much weird is happening, he looks at the caller ID. And it's you?
Yeah, it's totally Roxy.
So this
yeah.
is after the concert then.
Before.
No,
This is.
Oh,
she
this
hasn't
is all
gone up.
still
this is still
before.
before.
This
She's
is all
going up
before.
soon.
Yeah, this is like 15 minutes before I'm supposed to go on.
He like very slowly swipes right to unlock it, and it's like, now is not a good time.
Yeah, Roxy. Okay, so imagine if this was a film or a show, it would split the screen down the middle, and you would see one person.
I'm
on
also
half.
picturing her. It's almost like that. It's staring at me.
Like Roxy is like half, like her makeup's half done, and like her hair's a mess, and she's like, "Art, you got a good vibes me right now." She's freaking out. You gotta use
Roxy,
your
Roxy,
voodoo stuff.
Roxy,
and you
Roxy,
no,
Roxy,
listen.
Roxy. I just found out that my weird, magic corrupted, soul stolen husband is here, and I managed to answer my phone, and I'm talking without hyperventilating and passing out. You are going to put on the best show of your fucking life, okay?
I think like as you're saying that, like you see Roxy like silently just like looking at her phone, like about to scream and being like, "Oh my god!" And then you just like you're about to do the best show of your life, and she's like, "Okay, hangs up."
Okay. I hang back up. I hang up too. And I'm like, show me where he is.
No.
That's not going to go well.
I like take a step. Like you're already holding my hand, so we're close. I step even closer. Like I'm up in your grill. Max, you're going to show me where he is. I'm not going to. Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I have not seen him for 10 years. You are not going to keep me from him. Show me where he is.
If you go out now, it gets fucked.
I'm not going to go up to him. I just want to see him. God damn it!
Now Max performs the classic movie idea of, but isn't the idea you don't want to see him now? You want to remember him for what he was, not for what he is.
I slap you in the face.
Yeah, I'm just gonna straight chloroform art.
Fuck! This is.
I'm assuming Art's struggling. It might be like an opposed struggle roll.
Okay.
To see if you can actually catch him.
Good thing I substitute for struggle on my highest percentage stat. Come at me.
Hold on, like the chloroform does like. Hold on.
I will say that.
No. I'm sorry.
It'd be a struggle versus a dodge. If you're
I've messed up how the chloroform thing works. I can't actually use it while I'm face to face with him.
Oh.
Like you could be like, okay, let me show you, and then like motion him that way, get behind him, and then
like specifically the spell says I have to like be behind him to chloroform him.
Yeah. Like it's not a stretch that you could.
Anyway.
Yeah. So if you're trying to use it, how are you trying to use it?
Shit. Like Max is gonna hold up for like just a second longer. He's like, I get it. You're angry, but if we go out there now, the other guy's gonna see you, and we lose him. We can't do anything right now. That's not how the script goes.
Go back out into the box. Have you tell me where he is and see him. That's all I want. I'm not going to walk out onto the actual. I'm not going to go up to him. I'm not going to get near him. I'm going to ask. Max. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Let me see my husband.
And with that, Max has to do it because we've bordered into cliche territory. Shit. Yep. Okay. Like, Max relents and he puts the cloth back in his backpack, like his back pocket. He's like, this is a bad idea.
Were you going to sneeze? No. Yes. Yes, I was going to sneeze. That's what the cloth is for sneezing.
Yeah. This is a bad idea. Max kind of leads him out towards the box, or like. Actually, no, he's not even going to lead him out towards the box. Max has all those stupid cameras strapped to him. He has video footage of what these guys look like. So Max is going to pull the GoPro off of his head and rewind to show him what his husband looks like.
Have you seen him? He's cute.
So, like, do I get an idea of where in the Coliseum he is based on that footage?
Make a notice roll.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try doing Roll20 again because I got tired of. Do I?
It's just the button
if you
next.
just roll percentage.
It's the button to the right of notice.
Button to the right of notice. Oh, right. I forgot. I remembered why I stopped doing this because my thing is screwed. I think that's it.
Oh, yeah. It's actually sort of down below. The weird thing is sometimes I found it like impossible to see stuff, but then other times it's actually.
Yeah.
I just full screen the box it's in, and everything lines up properly. Then.
Yeah. That. Well, this is accurate.
Oh, you full screen?
Oh, I didn't try full screen, but I made it work. And
for 49's a no.
Yep. Okay.
You're sitting there trying to tell. There's a number of places it could be, and the thing is, they're fairly well spread out. You also know that Art was like, or rather, Max was like headed all over the place, talking to people from different angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. like I'm tearing up a little bit. I'm like, Max, I've seen a picture here or there. Max, this is gonna sound awful. I know that you can. You changed police footage of us. I need to see him with my own eyes, please.
It's a really, really, really bad idea.
I'm not okay, Max. What do you think? I've been out on that balcony. I've been in this box seat the entire time. If they're going to see me, they will have already seen me. All I'm going to do is go back out there, sit in my seat, drink wine, cry, and look at my husband. Not for like a long time. I just want to see him. Then I can leave. Do you really think that's too dangerous?
Max pulls the rag back out and he's very obvious about holding it in his hand. You do anything else and you sleep through the concert.
What the fuck do you think you're doing, Max? What do you think gives you the fucking authority to tell me to do about this?
The fact that we're not in jail right now.
God damn! Yeah, that shuts him up. That shuts him up.
Damn, shots fired.
Yeah, he gives you like a terse nod. He's like, fine. And unless you're gonna make me roll again to keep my cool, I'm going to just go back out, smile at the chef, wipe my tears. Say, sorry, the concert may be emotional.
Like Max will go out and will show him where his husband is, but he will not allow Art to like leave the box afterwards.
Oh, you don't even want to leave the box.
Like Art is watching. Max is watching Art from now on. Like you don't get to do anything that might be dumb, or else you get to go to sleep.
Yeah. I think like he sees his husband and he is just crying and passes it off. If the chef asks, like the first time, just like, sorry, it's just a beautiful concert. And like he tells himself he's only going to look for 10 seconds.
No one is playing yet. Why are you so...
It's just really
Max
exciting. Roxy's my friend, you know, and my friend is getting he stops talking. His 10 seconds that he's allowed himself of looking at Henry has passed.
At which point
and, like,
the lights that have been set up come down. And you see them focus on the stage.
Uh-huh.
Roxy, you're kind of sitting back in the area that's been built, that's sort of a green room, and you hear the announcements. This historic first concert at the ancient Colosseum. Roxy, Oz, and you hear thousands of people, more than have ever been to a show of yours before. Start to applaud and kind of go nuts. You step out onto the stage and looking at this ancient structure absolutely filled with people who are ready to see the first major concert at the Coliseum.
Okay. So Roxy's also wearing that dress that the dude, that guy made, especially. So she looks fucking amazing right now. Yeah, she probably just looks out at the crowd for a little bit, and then like because they have it choreographed when she's going to play, she probably like misses a beat, and then starts. And then I just need to close my eyes. Oh, so glad I can flip that. I'm so glad I can flip that. Oh my god.
There's a moment where you kind of hit something, it's like the wrong note for a second, and you kind of look up and you smile, and there's just a moment where you just almost feel it flooding into you. You fucking got this. Just... And then as you're going, the concert just kicked. Oh, no, actually, wait a minute. Technically, keep your failure.
Keep my failure? Why?
You get to roll
you have your star power.
Oh, I can roll again on the initial failure.
Yeah. Because the one thing is I'm not making it so you take both star. I mean, 'cause it seems like I don't think there's no other one that I think makes you take a second identity to do the thing.
Yeah, right.
And that for me felt like a little much, and I don't care if we get. I mean, we've kind of gone past the street level in a lot of respects here, at least with you.
Okay, so keep my breath held in while I roll again and see
Yeah,
if
so
it's
there's that
you
moment
can
where
make
you're
it
just
fucking time.
You can make
it
it
kind of
even
screws up
better
a little
now.
bit. There's some nerves going there. You can feel it, but you fucking got this.
Fucking.
And then
okay,
this time,
let
as
me-
you hit it, yeah, no. If you want, you can re-roll the initial failure. If that second roll succeeds, the performance is exceptional, and everyone can't
Wow.
stop and talk about how awesome it was. Gives a 30% bonus to one follow-on roll that capitalizes on the success.
Cool.
If it fails, it's a bomb, automatic taboo break. Yeah, you just and then just lay into it like a bit of a trip at the start. Did you see Beyonce at the Super Bowl?
No, I haven't.
If you check it, she actually almost falls at one point.
then rocks it.
No, because I watched it with a lot of actual dancers. We're there at the Super Bowl party because they were mostly there to see Beyonce, and we hung out in the meantime. But she almost falls, and this she does this deep lunge. She catches herself and keeps going, and the amount of respect they have for her, she's like, she almost fucked that up, and then she just absolutely rocks it like nothing happened. Like you have that moment, and you're just like, and you just start to rock the entire stadium. You can feel the energy of it's completely sort of within you, and there's a moment where there's a part of you that almost opens up, and you almost feel like you're like looking down on the Coliseum as you're just sort of feeling what you are flowing into the world around you. That this moment is going to be historic. It's an amazing fucking concert, and it's one of those things that will be watched over and over and over again, and there's not a second in you that doubts that. Every single fiber of your being knows what you've done is something incredible. A concert film that people will be going back to again and again and again.
And
Roxy's
guess who
just
has the best version
Have
of
the
that film?
footage. Yeah, Roxy's gonna go on for like hours. Like usually a rock concert's on for like an hour and a half. She's gonna go on for like 3 fucking hours. She's like drenched in sweat, like her hair's just like falling down, but she's just still going. And then she just like fucking just ends it.
Yeah, so you come out for like your third encore, and just and there's that moment where like the last note sort of hits before there's just the final applause. Just like it's a wall of sound that just hits you as you look up, and you just see all of these people like screaming, going nuts. You see just like people taking pictures. You have the video cameras and such that are around, and you just feel yourself like settle back into yourself as their just love envelops you.
Nice.
And when you leave that stage the final time, you kind of go in and just collapse in a chair in the dressing room for a second. Just you're exhausted, but you have never felt this good.
Cool.
And I'm thinking we're getting close to 9 o'clock now. There's some things that might happen afterwards. I would be not bad for me to have some time to come up with some ideas because the husband is still out there. I don't know if you're going to try to go find him once the concert's done.
Yeah, me either.
We'll have some stuff happening with Roxy. We'll also have some stuff with the rest of you. So let's. This sounds like a good place to end for the night.
Cool.
Do you want to make rolls for anything that failed, or in the case of the star, anything that succeeded?
Okay, cool.
I think I rolled food critic. D5, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, about 50 though.
Nice.
Yeah, the cool thing about it is once you get high enough, since it works most of the time, you end up in an area where it's very easy to make that progression from a street level where you're screwing up a lot to where you're almost always succeeding. Like Roxy's star power, you're gonna be what, 85?
86 now.
Or 86? Fuck. Yeah, so Roxy's getting to that point where like you are becoming a star of note that others are gonna notice. I mean, the Queen's already at least sent something to you.
Don't fuck this up, can't you?
Cool. I thought that stuff was all several sessions off.
Right?
Yeah,
Just trim the fat and just got straight to it.
I'm cool with that. Huh.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, I had a good time, y'all.
Yeah. Wow.
Listen, I love a game that surprises me.
Games are good.
Just destroy the expected session and go on from there.
To be honest, I very rarely have much of an expected session after the very beginning. Because it's just I just need to know what the factions are doing, if there's factions, and then the rest of it just respond to what y'all do.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for the great session.
Thank you, folks. Have yourself a good one. Nice thing is, I don't have. It turns out, because most of our people who are in the spring musical are also in Scholastic Bowl, Mondays don't work for rehearsal.
Oh,
Fun.
good.
Which means
Oh, I
Mondays.
was saying Mondays.
Not for
Yes,
them,
I was like,
bro.
No, so which means Mondays, I'm home at like 4 o'clock. So
Nice.
there was a point where I was figuring, sometimes it depends on students waiting for rides, but there's definitely been times where I've had a couple of years where a student keep me waiting 45 minutes. I'm like, this has got to fucking stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have to worry about that because I will not have rehearsals on Mondays until pretty close to the actual show.
Nice.
What's the spring musical?
The what?
What's the spring musical?
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Ooh.
We wanted something that would get butts and seats to be kind of well known, and we could do it with a small cast because it seems like the new music teacher, the vocal teacher, is driving people away because she's a perfectionist and kind of a bitch. So we had the least turnouts of auditions I've ever had, which is but makes my Monday nights free. So sweet.
Awesome.
Guys, I'll catch y'all next week. That was fun. I can't wait to see where this is going because there's a wide open world right now.
Cool.
Awesome.
Mhm.
All right.